Most people who search for an SVG creator do not want a lecture about file formats. They want a clean vector asset right now. An icon, a logo idea, a badge, a pattern, a tiny illustration, something they can actually use. Today I am using SVG Genie to go from a plain idea to an editable SVG in seconds. The old workflow is painful. You open a design tool, bite Bezier handles, trace a blurry image, clean up weird paths, export the wrong size, and still end up with a file that is hard to reuse. Or you ask an image model for art and get a flat PNG that looks nice but is not a real vector source. SVG Genie is a faster SVG creator for that moment. You type what you want, choose a visual style, and generate a clean SVG made for editing, scaling, exporting, and using in real projects. It is built for people who need the asset, not just a drawing exercise. That difference matters because SVG is not just another image format. It stores shapes, paths, fills, strokes, and layout information. That means the result can stay sharp at any size, load cleanly on the web, open in design tools, and become the master file for PNG, PDF, app, print, and code exports. The YouTube results for SVG Creator are a mix of quick explainers, broad AI, vector comparisons, and tutorials that still depend on tracing or cleanup. Helpful, but the missing promise is simple. Describe an idea and leave with a useful editable SVG without rebuilding the whole thing by hand. Here is the workflow. I will type friendly camper van badge, sunset road, bold flat colors, clean editable SVG, simple shapes. That prompt tells SVG Genie the subject, the mood, the structure, and the output format. I am not asking for generic art. I am asking for a usable vector asset. A few seconds later, the creator gives me vector directions I can actually work with. The composition is simple, the colors are controllable, the shape language is clear, and the file is still editable. I can generate alternatives, choose the best one, and keep refining from a real SVG source. The prompt does not need to be fancy, but it should be specific. Name the asset type, like badge, logo, icon, sticker, pattern, or illustration. Add the mood. Add constraints like simple shapes, flat colors, high contrast, transparent background, or web-ready SVG. The clearer the job, the better the first draft. Style control is where this becomes flexible. The same idea can become line art, flat color, engraving, lino cut, or a circuit-style graphic. That means you can use one SVG creator for a clean SAS icon, a vintage badge, a product illustration, a print graphic, or a developer-themed visual. Iteration is the real speed advantage. For fewer details, a stronger silhouette, more negative space, thicker lines, a different metaphor, a cleaner palette, or a more premium feel. You can explore 10 usable directions before a manual workflow would finish one careful sketch. After generation, you are not trapped. Change colors, simplify paths, remove an element, make a one-color version, create a dark mode variant, or adjust the spacing. Open the SVG in Figma, Illustrator, Inkscape, or a code editor and keep working with the actual structure. Compare that with a flat AI. Image. A PNG preview can look impressive for 5 seconds, but it falls apart when someone asks for a color change, a transparent version, a larger export, or a code-ready asset. An SVG creator should give you the file you can keep using tomorrow. Use this for landing page graphics, product icons, simple logos, app badges, stickers, social thumbnails, deck visuals, blog illustrations, print labels, Etsy assets, Cricut ideas, open graph images, and internal design system placeholders that do not look like placeholders. Developers get a bonus because SVG is readable and portable. You can inline it in HTML, import it into React, recolor pieces with CSS, animate paths later, or keep the source file in a repo. It is not just a picture. It is structured artwork your app can understand. When the SVG looks right, download the format the job needs. SVG for the editable master. PNG for previews and platforms that need pixels. PDF for documents or print. The important habit is simple: create the vector first, then export everything else from that clean source. You can try SVG Genie free with no credit card required. After that, credit packs start at $9 with no subscription to cancel. For creators, founders, developers, and marketers who constantly need small visual assets, that is much faster than starting from a blank canvas every time. So if you need an SVG creator, do not settle for a screenshot, a messy trace, or a flat AI image you cannot edit. Go to svgenie.com, describe the asset you need, and create a crisp editable SVG in seconds. Make the idea. Keep the vector.